Welcome to another Escape from Tarkov video. Today we're talking night vision. I'm going to do a series of comparison shots for you to look at. I'm going to be talking about some of the pros and cons, what all these night visions look like, some of their weaknesses and their strengths, and yeah, so you guys can choose and buy the right ones. We're going to be looking at the GP NVGs, which are about 200k. We're looking at the PNV, which is about 35k, the monocle, which is about 70k, and the armor sight, which can't go on a helmet, which is 50k. We'll also have a bonus look at the Vulcan sight and the piece of crap dovetail night vision. So yeah, gonna jump into the comparisons, and I'll come back after that. So as you can see from the comparisons, they're very similar actually. They're more similar than I thought they would be. There's not much difference in shadowy areas. The GPMVGs are the best, but not by far. I'd say the monocle is probably looking like second, but with that limited field of view. Where the really big difference is for me is during the light. So when there's a bright light around or there's some lighting on the map, that's where the difference really starts to come out. I did a little test here on interchange, center of the mall. This is night. And as you can see, GPMVGs, I can just about see this wall down here. I've obviously positioned myself in a pretty bad spot, and you typically don't run MVGs in the very middle of the mall, even though you run them everywhere else in the change. You just can't really see down there at all. With the monocle, it's almost as good as the GPMVGs, just obviously lost that field of view. And then by far the worst was this one with the strap. You just can't see anything. It's terrible. Which obviously this is something you need to consider if people are pushing your lights, or somewhere like streets where there are lots of random street lights and all kinds of lights around, which could blow out your vision completely. Another thing I tested here is that some maps have this weird thing where when you zoom in, the areas just turn to shadow. That side of that building and any other building there just turns to complete dark mush, which isn't the case when you're zoomed out. So this is what surprised me actually. This is the Vulcan night vision sight. Both the night vision sights are actually amazing. They actually look really good when you're zoomed in. Obviously the problem is they're both locked in at 3.5 times X. They're pretty unusable, and it's the same here with the dovetail one. this is really unusable. I mean, you can see it's a tiny reticle, it's got like a warping to it, it's totally unusable, but visually it's great. As you can see here, I can clearly see this window and I can put rounds into it. Switching over to the gun with the Vulcan, again, so easy to see everywhere and just put rounds on anything. And then moving back to night vision, it's just black dark mush. You can't see a single thing over there. Another interesting quirk I noticed is you can actually run night vision and the night vision scopes at the same time, kind of. Like, it doesn't completely blow out your vision like you think it would. And in some areas, like if there's not streetlights around, it's totally usable. It's just a little bit brighter, which is kind of surprising. Yeah, as you can see here, like, it's not completely destroyed. Something else to think about is that you never used to be able to, but now there are certain face shields and face protection that you can wear while wearing nods, which I think used to put a lot of people off wearing nods in the first place, but now there are plenty. As you see here, I've got this death face mask, the condors, and I can wear any helmet. So finally, if you're testing sights in the hideout, it's not always what it looks like. So here you can see the TAC 30 in the hideout, looks totally fine, but as soon as you get into raid, it looks like this. It's got this huge glow. It's basically unusable as a night vision scope, whereas in the hideout it looked okay. So that about wraps up this night vision video. Hopefully you guys find it helpful. I'm not going to give you like what you should buy. I think they all kind of have their own unique thing. The one with the strap, obviously if you don't want to wear a helmet, you can just wear that. The monocle is probably second best in terms of visual, but obviously you lose that field of view. The quad nods are the best, but they're 3 or 4 times more expensive than the rest of them. So yeah, if you can afford it, probably just wear quad nods. The other ones visually don't actually hurt you that much in terms of like looking into shadow. The biggest difference is dealing with light. So yeah, if you like the video, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.